So after refilling the spar, turn it on and it's supposed to prime, which means it pushes all the air out, but it often doesn't work because there's air stuck in the system and it's just too much for it. I don't know why. So this is what you get. Before you do the next bit, make sure you've switched it off. And if you want to be double sure, unplug it. Okay, so you're going to have to remove these screws. No lights there, which means you have remembered to unplug it. Now just notice there's a couple of little holes that line up there and there, and this is to help you to reposition the spar cover thing once you've done it, because that's a bit fiddly. You're going to need the electric drill with a fine Phillips head on it, and we're going to unscrew these. Put the screws somewhere where they won't fall down the holes in the deck. I usually do this last one, the middle one at the top. It helps to have a second person just to hold the cover so that it doesn't drop down. This is what you see inside. You're going to remove that thing there. Well, actually, you're going to remove the cobwebs first. You're not going to remove it, you're just going to loosen it and let some water out from this ring here. You can isolate this pipe by removing this little clip here, that thing there, and pressing that down, and that closes off that part of the system. But you've still got water in these pipes here, remember, from the pump, but that stops it there. So if worst comes to worst and that thing comes off, then you won't have so much water coming out, and you hopefully can put it back on. But the thing to remember is there's a black washer, big black washer in there, and that tends to get washed out with the water. It's really fiddly to put back. So you're loosening this to let some water and air out, not too much. There you go, you can see the water coming out now, and you might hear a hiss of air. And then stop that after a little while. You can always do a little bit more later on. So when you switch it back on to test it, just be aware that you've got exposed wires and things in here, so don't go anywhere near that. But some air should come out of the system, and then if that goes to the temperature, that means you've fixed it. If it doesn't, it goes to error again, then you've got to do a little bit more of this. But it should work. So remember, when you put it back, you need to line up these two holes on either side. You'll get someone to help you, or use a block of wood at the bottom or something to hold it. I usually do the top middle one first. Once you've got that lined in, put the other screws in, put the drill on a low torque setting so that you don't over tighten them, and that should be that.